Cats might appear fiercely independent and self-reliant, yet under that bold facade hides a tender being highly sensitive to our behaviors and surroundings. In this clip, we've compiled the 22 biggest slip-ups that caring cat owners frequently commit, which can accidentally shatter their furry companion's spirit. Number 22. Laser pointers. Few things beat the thrill of seeing your whiskered pal lose it over a laser dot. They creep toward it, leap after it, and look baffled when it slips away. Sounds like pure joy, doesn't it? Not always. While felines love the thrill of the chase with a laser, the inability to snag it can spark real frustration. Pros suggest fixing this by offering a tangible target at the finish. Guide your cat around with the beam, then aim it at a plaything they can actually capture, delivering that triumphant prey grab moment. Number 21. Failing to expand their domain. Lots of cat guardians, particularly in cozy apartments or compact homes, aim to maximize every inch by cramming all feline essentials into a single spot. The litter tray, water bowl, food dish, bed, and playthings all squeezed into one nook. It saves room and cuts down on household hazards, sure, but consider your cat's viewpoint. Imagine being forced to chow down right beside the bathroom facilities. Kitties thrive when their eating and drinking areas are well separated from their elimination zone, much like people do. Number 20. Total blackout. Folks often believe cats possess night vision wizardry in utter darkness, thanks to those incredible peepers packed with rod cells. These are super at snagging faint light, letting your pet outperform you in low-light scenarios. The twist? They still require some illumination, just as we do. No true pitch-black sight. In a pitch-dark space, especially solo, your cat might ramp up the worry. If you're heading out and leaving them behind, pop on a subtle glow, like a nightlight, to provide visibility and comfort without turning the room into a spotlight. Number 19. Toy overload. Your feline likely boasts a toy stash fit for a king. What devoted owner resists pampering their puss? You could assume a bigger pile equals bigger bliss, yet trimming it down might yield better vibes. With everything scattered constantly, boredom sets in fast. No fresh excitement means potential gloom. Vets advise cycling the collection. Swap items weekly to reintroduce quote _0 finds or long-lost favorites, keeping playtime fresh and engaging. Number 18. Disrupting the hunt-eat-rest rhythm. Many assume cats crave round-the-clock kibble access, sparing them the wait for a human to crack open a tin. They beg like they're famished non-stop, so why not? Picture a feral feline in the wild. What spurs the sprint after a sparrow or the ambush on a rodent? Hunger fuels the hunt. At home, toy chasing taps into that primal urge, but free access to snacks anytime dulls that edge. Without real appetite, motivation for play fades, locking them in a comfy, full-bellied haze where napping trumps exertion. Opt for scheduled meals instead. Over time, they'll buzz with anticipation as hunger builds near feeding hour. The sweet spot? Right before chow time, when energy peaks, dive into interactive sessions. Post-play, serve the food as a payoff. It mirrors their wild pattern. Pursue, then feast, boosting fulfillment, activity levels, and instinct satisfaction. Plus, constant grazing risks weight gain, as not every cat self-regulates portions well. Number 17. Improper lifting technique. The right method for scooping up your cat involves sliding one hand beneath their chest to raise them, then cradling them close to your body. Position their head by your shoulder while the other hand props their rear for full support. Alternative grips often veer from awkward to risky. For instance, grabbing by the scruff. It can lead to serious harm, even though mother cats safely carried them by the scruff during kittenhood. Your adult feline companion isn't a helpless infant now, and their neck skin isn't built to bear the full weight of a grown cat without damage. Lifting them by the armpits in a hug is somewhat safer, but those flailing legs can still cause discomfort. In essence, whenever you're holding your cat, make sure you're fully supporting their body weight, not leaving it to them. Scooping up your feline like a human infant might seem cute, but they probably won't love it as much as you do. Cats often feel uneasy with their bellies exposed and resent being put in such a defenseless spot. Number 16. leaving them exposed during meals. Eating leaves cats feeling exposed, and as natural prey, they're highly wary during this time. Different felines handle this insecurity in varied ways. Some demand their owners stay nearby for protection, while others opt to dine in solitude. Most get distressed if interrupted or lifted mid-meal, especially if their bowl gets shifted away while they're still chowing down. Do this repeatedly, and you risk eroding their confidence in you. Number 15. Damaging their sensitive area. You've likely heard how cats rely on whiskers to gauge tight spaces. If they brush the edges of a narrow opening, the cat backs off to avoid getting trapped. But if the whiskers clear it, they proceed. Less known is that this applies beyond just passages. Your pet won't enjoy dipping into food or water bowls where whiskers scrape the sides. If the issue persists, they might even refuse meals altogether. Number 14. Applying too much pressure. This is straightforward yet impactful. New cat owners, especially those used to dogs, often pet with heavy force, assuming cats crave the same firm strokes many canines do. But cats are far more fragile, not just smaller, but evolved for leaping and scaling trees instead of ground-pounding runs, prioritizing grace over toughness. Overzealous petting can actually hurt, and with more nerve endings per square inch in their skin than dogs, they're extra touchy to pressure. Number 13. What we view as discipline, they interpret as hostility. Thankfully, few owners resort to striking or shoving their cats as correction. But some figure a quick spritz of water or air for misbehavior is harmless. Unlike people, cats struggle to link past actions with current consequences. Imagine dousing your roommate with water whenever they skip dishwashing. Over time, they'd catch on and improve. Your cat, however, they'll never connect the dots unless you spray them right in the moment. Worse, this approach breeds stress and wariness, turning them jumpy and distant. Punishing them for something from earlier just leaves them baffled, thinking you're lashing out without cause. Number 12. Their hydration source. You might assume a brimming water bowl is sufficient, even with a few hairs or lint bobbing around. After all, wouldn't a wild cat lap from muddy pools without complaint? Not quite. Ever seen your cat fixate on dripping taps? Feral felines favor flowing water like brooks because it stays purer than stagnant stuff. So, even if the dish looks full, scrub and refresh it with clean water daily if possible, or every couple of days at worst. Number 11. Overly intense games. It's a widespread myth that cats are inherently wild in play, but really, their interactions with us echo the habits we've encouraged. They use play to hone instincts like ambushing, leaping, and nipping. Yet if sessions turn too boisterous, it can bewilder them, sparking fear or hostility. They may wonder why their safe human is abruptly acting like a threat. When games chase hands or feet, it signals that clawing and biting people is acceptable fun. That's playful with a tiny kitten, but as they mature, their bites and scratches can turn genuinely hurtful and even hazardous as they mature. It's vital to watch your cat's signals while playing. If the tail starts whipping quickly, ears pin back, or pupils widen dramatically, pause the session right away. Number 10. Essential oils. Here's a harsh reality. Certain essential oils act like poison to cats. While we humans revel in their relaxing or energizing scents, our feline pals could be breathing in harmful substances. And it's not only direct exposure. Diffusing these oils into the room can trigger a cascade of problems, ranging from breathing difficulties to liver harm. And in extreme situations, it could prove fatal. That said, not every oil is a threat. For example, rosemary and cedarwood tend to be harmless and fine to use around cats. But watch out for troublemakers like peppermint, tea tree, and citrus varieties, which can seriously endanger your kitty's health. Number 9. The number of litter boxes. A lot of folks assume a single litter box suffices for several cats. After all, we humans manage with shared bathrooms, and cats skip the hassle of post-shower waits. But here's the catch. While some cats share without fuss, others won't. Felines use urine to mark their turf as a heads-up to rivals. So in homes with multiple cats, that setup might push yours to go elsewhere, treating the box like enemy ground. Imagine your landlord skipping the bathroom install, forcing you to borrow the neighbor's. Uncomfortable, huh? In multi-cat setups, aim for one litter box per cat, plus an extra. Number 8. Disrupting their sleep. Cats aren't slackers. They require up to 16 hours of shut-eye daily to recharge for quote 1 bursts, even if it's just pouncing on a toy. Constant wake-ups don't just sour their mood, they mess with their rest cycles. Like us, cats cycle through REM and non-REM sleep, dreaming during REM. Those twitches and mews might mean they're pursuing dream mice or wandering imaginary wilds. Plus, they're crepuscular, peaking in energy at dawn and dusk to mimic ancestral hunts. Daytime snoozes are instinct-driven, so offering a peaceful, snug sleep spot honors their rhythms. Number 7. What bowls you use for feeding. Plastic bowls seem practical, tough, lightweight, simple to wash, but over time they get scored with tiny grooves that trap germs, turning meals into bacterial feasts for your trusting cat. Switch to stainless steel or ceramic options, which avoid those pitfalls entirely. Number 6. Litter box. Cleaning frequency. Cat owners often believe they scoop enough, especially since no one wants a stinky house. Even if you ignored your pet's needs, it'd bug you too. Yet our noses pale compared to a cat's keen sense. Vets advise scooping urine clumps daily and solids immediately. After all, cats trudge through the litter to do their business, much like how we'd be meticulous about the loo if we had to step into it each time. Number 5. Treating them like a lap cat. We adore snuggling our kitties, but they aren't always fans. Cats prize their independence and personal boundaries. Scooping them up for forced affection might feel innocent, but it stresses them out and could sour pickup time altogether, making them dodge you or fear handling, which erodes that vital trust between you. Number 4. Sending mixed messages. Take this. You allow counter-jumping one day, then yell about it the next. That's inconsistency, breeding bewilderment. Cats thrive on steady cues. Flip-flopping rules leaves them puzzled about expectations. Studies reveal this flux can spark anxiety. Kitties who grasp household norms stay calmer, bolder, and exhibit fewer issues. Number 3. Overlooking vertical space. By nature, cats climb to elevated spots for security and oversight. It's wired in them to survey domains from above, safe from threats. A common oversight? Skimping on tall perches, which can leave them restless and on edge. Or even an overweight feline. They thrive on vertical challenges to stay physically active and mentally stimulated. Lacking this, they may resort to unwanted behaviors, such as clawing at your drapes or venturing onto door frames. The real tip here? Invest in cat trees, floating shelves, and mounted perches. These aren't mere decorations. They're essential for boosting your cat's psychological and bodily well-being. Number 2. Handling social unease. When a novel element enters their world, cats often start with intrigue, but hesitation quickly follows. They require moments to watch and assess whether this unfamiliar item poses a risk. Hastening this, say by compelling them to mingle with a fresh animal or individual prematurely, sparks anxiety. Felines don't adapt to unfamiliar presences in a single night. They depend far more on smells than visuals to identify and build confidence. That's why abrupt encounters feel so intense. Research into feline responses indicates that phased approaches work best. Begin by exchanging aromas via things like bedding or playthings between the cat and the newcomer. This allows your pet to get accustomed to the unfamiliar odor without the stress of direct contact. Pushing meetings too soon risks triggering fear-based aggression, where a cat, sensing extreme peril and no escape, reacts defensively by striking out. It's not malice or bad manners, it's an instinctive shield against what they view as peril. Number 1. The gravest error, disregarding their essence. It seems straightforward, doesn't it? Yet, it's astonishingly common to ignore this. Cats aren't mini canines or plush humanoids. They possess distinct requirements and habits. Recognizing that your feline's drives for pursuing prey, scaling heights, and claiming areas are ingrained is vital. These aren't mere fancies. They're ancient survival tactics honed across eons of cat ancestry. So, If your cat is tearing into your fresh couch or dashing wildly through the home at 3 in the morning, it's not out of malice, it's simply feline nature at play. Rather than irritation, redirect those urges into constructive channels. If the scratching post goes unused, experiment with textures such as sisal, wool, or paper. And those late-night sprints? They signal a possible need for extra daytime play sessions. Ever notice your cat popping in to monitor you? You've been stationed at your workstation, focused on your tasks, binge-watching those top-notch cat learning clips for ages, and already your furry friend has visited 5 times to inspect your activities. This pattern says volumes about the bond you share with your pet. Watch this clip to uncover the true significance behind your cat's frequent check-ins.